Hey guys, what is up? Mike here, Laker Talk. So news coming in that Brian Shaw is close to finalizing a deal to be assistant coach for Luke Walton and the Lakers. Great choice, great pickup by the Lakers, great pickup by Mitch Kupchak for many reasons. One, Brian Shaw obviously is an experienced assistant coach, right? He coached under Phil Jackson for several years, but prior to that, also he's a champion with the Lakers, right? And I think that goes well for anyone to surround Luke Walton with guys who are well respected around Laker Nation and around Laker camp, so that players coming in look at these guys and go, these guys are champions, these guys are well respected within the organization, we're going to look up to them, right? Also, I love Brian Shaw for hitting those big shots down the stretch against Portland. Huge shots. Anyway, but Brian Shaw coached under Phil Jackson for several years. He was with Phil Jackson when we won back-to-back 5 years ago. He's a head coach in Denver. Didn't go so well, but I'll get to that in a second. But outside of that, Brian Shaw coming in, being well-respected, he's a big guard, and he knows how to, I think he'll be a great coach for someone like D'Angelo Russell, a big guard, because Phil Jackson utilized a lot of big guards through his years and talked about the value of being a big guard. And I think Brian Shaw is going to be a great coach to kind of like talk to D'Angelo Russell and kind of teach him about posting up, teaching him about spacing, teaching him about all that stuff. So I love that. Not only that, Brian Shaw would be somebody he's like, kind of like, he comes from the school of Phil Jackson, right? So he's like a ball buster in a sense. Back in Denver, he did say some things like, because Phil Jackson will always criticize his players in the media, Brian Shaw did criticize some players back in Denver, and it didn't go so well. But obviously, when you have, a sorry team and players who you don't have a winning organization, they can't take that type of criticism, like the Kobe Bryant type of criticism, the Phil Jackson type of criticism. But you got like somebody like Rick Carlisle say the same thing, but he's respected because he won a championship. You got Greg Popovich says the same thing, right? He gets on his players in the media, and guess what? They respect him because he won championships. But Brian Shaw, being an assistant coach, he's not going to be in the media criticizing our players. But when we need somebody to get under our players' butt, when they're missing assignments, they're lacking on hustle and defense, guess what? Brian Shaw is going to be there. And I think having Luke Walton be the helm and kind of running the organization, people are running our team. People know that Luke Walton's coming in from coaching at the highest level in Golden State. Our kids and our team, our players are going to respect that. But then having a right-hand man like Brian Shaw, who is up there just as much and well respected throughout, the NBA and Laker Nation, I think it goes huge for our team again. And also being a big guard, he's a smart guy, smart basketball mind. Two of these guys, Luke Walton and Brian Shaw, coach under Phil Jackson and know all about basketball. So I think that's a great 1-2 punch there. All we need now is a defensive specialist, in my opinion, to bring in. And then I think those three guys is enough that we need. Also, it's great to bring in Brian Shaw right now because as Luke Walton's finishing up in Golden State, we need a guy to kind of like help us organize and pre-draft and go through some workouts and stuff like that. So, love it. Great pickup by the Lakers. We'll talk soon. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. And follow me on Twitter at MikeSportsLA. We'll talk soon. Peace.